Hello everyone. My student ID is 44069994. Now I am here to present my data management coursework too. So basically going towards the introduction. So basically I have given like a data set of like spending on different suppliers of UK government. So I was given 11 months data. So from which I have to choose 4 months. So basically what was my choosing criteria? Basically my choosing criteria was simple. I had to choose the non-consecutive months, and secondly I have to choose those months which has more abnormalities like more null values, more invalid columns, and so on. So this is my schema diagram. So I have used the Kimball diagram procedure in which there is one fact table and the other ones are the dimension tables. You can say the associated table as well, and the relationship between this table is one to many. So before moving forward towards the dimension table, let's move towards the SQL schema. So basically here like I have created the database with the name this. I'm using the database and I have created a staging table. So basically I have created two staging table, one with single G and one with double G. The first one is the table you can say is a clean table, clean staging table, because this is the table where I have removed all the abnormalities, and the second one is the unclean staging table where I have not removed the abnormality. You can say I haven't removed the invalid suppliers, I haven't removed the null values. Why I have did so? Because it will help us to understand the comparison. So this is my staging table. Uh, Here like I am inserting each month May, January, August, and March inside my staging data, inside my staging table. So and the one thing important I have used NVCHAR data type for each of the column because it will help me. It has helped me from preventing from errors while inserting data because NVCHAR can handle all the things like numeric strings, etc. So here I'm inserting every like month data inside my staging table. These are all my code. I'm not going towards in depth because I have like limited 10 minutes to explain each and everything. So till there I have inserted each month data inside my staging table. And moving below, so here I can view the count of my column, my table. For I have to connect my database as well. It's getting connected. I have to use it again. Now the query has been executed successfully. Now I will show you my count of my month table. So it will show it is telling me that I have 4117 rows inside my month. So I have created a procedure which help us to understand each and everything in a better way, each and every comparison in a better way. So executing this procedure. So basically it's showing the values of each value of rows in each month. It is showing how the data looks like in staging table, the clean table, and double G staging table, the unclean table. Here both are same, but here you can see the comparison. The clean table, the staging table has less rows, while the staging double G table with like unclean table has more rows, because in the above table I have removed the abnormalities. You can see the blank rows is 0 and 1, and the other one has blank rows, and the first one has 0 anonymized supplier rows, which I have to replace with LSBU ID. And in the next you can see the 6948 count has been shifted to the other table, because here I am checking the LSBU count. So here it's showing it has LSBU count, but the other one don't have the LSBU count. Here I am doing the comparison of the minimum and maximum date of both tables, and here I'm checking the null value. The clean table has no null values, but the unclean table has the null values. I'm checking the duplicate of both tables as well, and I'm checking the total rows. One has more total rows and the other one above one has less total rows. Null amount rows, it has 0, it has 3036. Here it is showing the distinct like unique values. And so this is the procedure I used for the easiness and for like taking in concern the time facility. So here it is like doing each and every comparison. Moving further towards showing what I have done in my SQL. So this part I have shown you, I'm just inserting the rows inside my table. Here I'm just doing the basic things, checking the count of the rows of the tables. Here I'm checking the null count. Here I'm checking the minimum and maximum. So basically here I'm removing the null values from my staging table where the date of amount, date of payment, and mean the transaction number is null. I want to remove these rows. Here I'm checking how many rows I have present with the supplier name. So it will show me the supplier, it will give me the count. Then I will update this count with my roll number. So here it will show you 0 because I have already done it. And now I will check the rows, how many rows has been with my LSBU ID, and it's showing 6948 exactly I found with the personal expense name withheld. And this is the code TSQL thing I used to remove the invalid supplier. First I'm reading the invalid supplier XML. Firstly it was giving me error because of the and sign, so I converted the and sign with and AMP in my XML file. Then it was working fine, so I'm checking the using the root and then checking its childs. Then and when I'm matching the child with the invalid suppliers, I'm just removing it. This is basically the query which is removing the invalid supplier, and I use this join query to check whether the invalid supplier has been removed in not. This will show you, it shows you a 0, as I have mentioned each and everything in the report as well. Now moving forward, uh, to see the dimension tables, this is the dim date table. Here it has many columns which I have created because eventually I have just only one date table. Now I've created many other table because I have to use these things in my queries for A4 B4C, but these query month and quarter are basically 440 because I have to do the hierarchical analysis. So that's why I have created these columns. The other tables are dim expense area. These are not that quite complex. So basically here I'm creating the fact main table and doing the references for key here. And here how I'm using the synthetic data in my date table. I'm using just the recursion, basic recursion here, where the recursion, yep, here the recursion function. I'm calling the recursion function again and again, and it's just inserting the data inside my table using the pre-built function of month, date, year, and the quarter. So now I have all my tables and I have all my dim tables and fact tables. Now I have also like trim the spaces for better like cleaning of data, and I'm only inserting the data which is not null. So now data is already inserted. Now I'm just going to call the procedures. So procedure for first problem was I have to show the top three suppliers of all 4 months, and the top three suppliers I have to show for each month individually. So now procedure is getting run. Until the procedure is running, let me show you what I have done in the procedure. Basically, I have created the temporary function where I just getting the supplier name and the total amount. After getting it, I'm just creating another temporary table and using the previous supplier totals table, and I'm like getting the ranked also of each, you can say, supplier using the row number function, and then like filtering only show me where the rank is less than 3, and the query has been run. Here the results, it show me the top 3 suppliers according to the total amount and the top 3 suppliers in each month: May 1 2 3, August 1 2 3, January 1 2 3, and March 1 2 3. So moving forward towards the second procedure, in the second query 4b, I have to show the expense type, which has like I have to divide it on 2 months. So I have to show the expense types on 2 month basis, which have more expenditure, which have more spending over the average expense types of those 2 months. So basically, I have to export the data in the JSON form of this query. So it is showing me the JSON data. So to have it inside my local disk, I have to run this command. So after running this command, this will show me the JSON file inside my BIS folder. So moving towards the BIS folder, here I have the JSON file of that name. So it is showing me all the data that for the first month period. First 2 months, I have divided the 4 months into 2 months. So 2 month period is one. Start year is this. Start month is this. End year is this. End month is this. Expense name is this. Its 2 month amount is this. Average 2 month amount is less. Its 2 month amount is more than the average. That's why it's present in this JSON file. So all the results are following the same pattern as well. So moving forward towards the next procedure, where I have to show the top 10 expenses over each month. Expense area, I have to show the top 10 expense area in each one. And in this procedure, like I have to show the ranking in ascending order. I have to show its previous movement, and I have to show like its movement has been increased, decreased, or not. So for that, I have used the two main things. First one is the lag function, which is used for the comparing with the previous row, which helped me a lot in this. And the second important thing is the row function with the help of partition. Basically, partition helps like because we need to compare this over each month, and each, you can say, year help us more filtering. So I have to compare for each year and each month. So partition by do it for each year and each month separately. So basically, here is the result. Here it show May 1 top 10 expense areas and its movement and its previous rank, and August top 10 and its previous rank and its movement. So this is the result of our 4C query. Now moving toward the last one, which here I have again like to import it in a CSV file. So running the 4 query. So here is the result of the 4 query. I have like export the result in CSV. I will export the result in CSV. First I'm showing you in the table form. So basically I'm like dividing the suppliers in different quarters. So it's showing like in quarter 2, here this supplier name is this, its total amount is this, it has done 2 transactions, average transaction amount is this, its rank in quarter is this, previous quarter amount is this, previous quarter rank is this, quarter expenditure is this, and its rank movement is this. And it's showing null here because it's the first quarter. If you move further towards the next quarter, it will show you its previous quarter amount, rank in this quarter, previous quarter rank, quarter spent change, how much it has spent. The minus showing that now this like supplier has less amount in this quarter with respect to the previous quarter. Now I have to export the CSV file. So while running this query, it will like create the CSV file in this folder. So it has like created the CSV file in this folder while opening the CSV file. So yep, it's getting open. So as we can verify the result in the CSV file as well. Now moving forward towards the Power BI thing. So here I have the 4 dashboard look of each of the procedure, because I haven't done it in one page because it was looking very bad. It was very congested. So basically the first problem where I have to show the top 3 suppliers, here it is this. I have used different measures for this problem. Basically I have used let me show you total spend measure. I have created a lot of measure for, but the measure I have used for this is total spend. I have to use the total spend measure here in columns. Then I have to choose the total supplier name only by top 3. Here I've used each month top 3 suppliers in my, this is the top supplier, and it's showing its spend as well. Here I have used the top 3 supplier measure as well, and it's, I have used supplier name on y-axis. Just you have to just drag this and drop it here. So let me show you how I created this measure. So basically I have to go to the modeling part. Here I have to create a new measure. When I click on this measure, it will create a new measure, and the measure will look like this. It is the most used measure. So moving forward towards showing the expense. So here I have like divided the whole, divided 4 month into in pairs, you can say. So for August and January, I'm showing this data which have above average spend. So for this, I have to use the small multiple things which help us to divide the month name on the basis of these small, like it divides the months into 4 more graphs. So for this, I have used small multiples. For this 2 month spend, I have used this measure. So this is the measure I have used, and I have created this measure in team date, and here I can find this measure. So it will just show me the 2 month data, and it will just check the average of the, it will just show me the those suppliers which have above average 2 month spend. So this is the result of this query. Moving forward towards the third one, here I'm getting the top 10 suppliers in each month. So here you can see this is the this is present in August, and it has this spend, and it's present in August, and top 10 suppliers are present in August: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and in January as well, and in March as well. For this I have used this filter, and this is the basically the measure I have used here. Top 10 expense, here you go, this is the measure, and I have called it here. this measure, and I have to like just type if is equal to 1, then show me, otherwise not, because then it will satisfy the condition. It's calling another measure inside it, and the another measure is expense area monthly. If it satisfies the condition, then it will show, otherwise not. And the fourth one is the quarter basis. So basically, again, I have divided it into small multiples, and it is showing each supplier progress in each quarter and how it has been movement from previous one. It has moved up or it has moved down. So here you can see the progress as well. So I'm showing just top 5 here. I'm using the filter here again. I'm using the measure here again for better visibility. So all the 4 dashboard queries has been completed. So